For all you sweets fans out there, I'm sure you know that salty makes sweet sweeter and sweet makes salty saltier. But when they come together, it is harmony. It's fantastic. Whenever I make dessert, I always end up throwing something salty, and this episode is no different. I'm going to show you guys something that's so great, something I don't even have words for. The only words I have are bacon fried bananas, the butter rum salted caramel. I don't think there are any more words. Those are enough words. Let me show you how to do it. This really is a simple recipe and it doesn't take long, but the very first part will take a touch of TLC. Now we're gonna make a rum butter salted caramel. It's a mouthful and it's delicious. I'm gonna start with some brown sugar, a decent amount. It's maybe a cup, a little less than a cup, and we're gonna add some rum. Now you've heard people talk about using a cooking wine, but it's not the same wine that you would drink. I never understood that. Why would you cook with the wine that you wouldn't want to drink? The same goes for this, for rum. Use a rum that you like. You don't need a ton of it. Use the rum that you like. Now I have my Blackstone set to medium-high heat. Let's put that up, yeah, like high heat or so. We're gonna put our pot right down and let that caramel start to form. Essentially what we're looking for is that sugar and rum liquefying together, and then the sugar starts to turn to caramel. Now you're gonna be tempted to stir, to mix, to swirl. Don't. It may sound strange, it may sound weird, but if you start stirring at this point, you're gonna mess with it on a molecular level. The sugars will start to crystallize, it'll be crunchy. If you've ever tried to make syrup or caramel at home and it's crunchy and crystallized, it's because you kept touching it. Let it go. We're gonna let this go for 5 to 6 minutes until the sugar starts to turn to caramel, and that is what we're looking for. While that's cruising, let's go ahead and get to our bacon. I'm using thick cut bacon, which I think is key for this. We're gonna kind of candy it, but what I'm really looking for is a really great texture and some crunch, and obviously that beautiful saltiness. So on my other side of my Blackstone, let's go ahead and throw our bacon down. We want this at kind of a low, medium low, because we want to render out as much bacon fat as possible. I don't know if you've ever cooked bananas before, but there's a very small window between a beautifully cooked banana and something that's a bit too mushy. You can go into baby food territory relatively quickly. So having a really high smoke point fat like bacon fat means we can get that temperature really, really high. It's fast, it's furious, so when we cook our bananas later in the bacon fat, they're gonna get caramelized before they get soft. Let's take our bacon to pretty much well done, and then we're gonna get to a really fun part. We're gonna candy it. This part's really, really simple. It's only a few ingredients, but we are talking about maximizing our flavors. You know, we joked about sweet and salty, salty and sweet, but we're also gonna add some heat. Salty, sweet, heat, it's all of it. So I'm gonna add some brown sugar, a little bit of ground cinnamon. Not a lot, just enough to get some of that beautiful aromatic flavor, if that looks good. We're also gonna add some ground chipotle. Now this is gonna give us two things, nice little bit of heat and color. It's gonna kind of make the candy a little more dynamic. So it's not just sweet bacon, it's kind of got all those fun little things that your palate wants. Don't forget, your palate is capable of a lot. So we're gonna give it everything it wants. All right, that looks good. All right, let's check on our bacon. It should be done. What we're looking for is that crispy breakfast bacon. Let's give it a look. Oh, I'm liking where we are. That looks good. You know, if you wanted to, you could do this the day before. You could do this hours before, because it is gonna be cold when we serve it. What I wanna do is put some paper towel. I'll go right down here on my cutting board, and we're gonna let some of that bacon fat drain, but not too quick. All right, here's the part where we're gonna move a little quick. I'm gonna grab my tongs, and we're gonna grab all of the bacon and pull it over while it's still bubbly and gorgeous. Ooh, hey now. All right. Spread it out so we have all that surface area while that fat is still bubbly. We're gonna take that cinnamon chipotle sugar and be pretty generous over the top. We want it to hit that really hot bacon fat and start to liquefy a little bit, and candy. You can pack it in there if you want, get all the nooks and crannies. We're just gonna let this sit until the rest of our action is done. Oh, that one little guy was hiding. Go ahead and stack her. And right in. Whew, it's warm, a little warm. Almost like it just came off the Blackstone. Let's take a peek at our caramel. I'm guessing it's right where we want to be. Look at those giant, stunning bubbles. Oh man, you can see it's not really quite bubbling up like it was before. All of that sugar has turned to caramel. Now is where it gets slightly dangerous. I'm gonna turn my heat down to low. We don't need too much heat. Actually, let's go ahead and turn it off. We don't really need any heat anymore. Now we have some heavy cream and some butter. Now remember before we said don't touch it, don't stir it. Now we're gonna stir it. So we're gonna take some heavy cream and a whisk, and we're gonna go pretty quick. Now kind of keep your distance. It can sometimes get a little steamy, like that. Give that a whisk until it all incorporates. Oh, it smells fantastic. Now this is what's gonna give us that creamy texture and consistency, and a little bit of that fat in the cream is where the flavor explodes. So whisk all of that in until it's nice and smooth. Let those bubbles come back up and everything reconstitute, and we are on our way to Flavor Town. Guys, this is too easy not to try. The last thing our beautiful caramel needs is a little bit of butter. Some unsalted butter. Let's take, I don't know, let's do about a tablespoon or so. Now we still have our whisk. I'm gonna put that right in and mount that. Stir it in so that we're not breaking our butter too much. That's when the milk solids separate, which we don't want. We want it to stay all incorporated and lovely. Beautiful. And one last thing, a nice healthy pinch of salt. Now this really, this is a kicker. If you've never had salted caramel, you are missing out. A fairly healthy bit. I'm gonna do a little bit more actually. A little bit more. There we go. Now the saltiness is gonna bring out the rich sweetness, which is gonna compound with the heat and the salty of the bacon. I'm getting excited. Maybe I'll just take it down a little bit. All right, we're looking good. Now the other side of our griddle, let's turn that up to high. Ethan, can you see all this gorgeous bacon fat that we still have? Now we talked earlier about smoke points and how high we want the temperature for our bananas, because we don't want soggy bananas. We want to take some banana. Let's give it a peel. We're going to slice these into quarters. We'll go into quarters. Essentially what we're looking for is a decent amount of surface area. So let's go in half and then in half again. What we want is a decent amount of surface area. That looks fantastic. Beauty, beauty. Let's do one more. Now that surface area is going to create caramelization. It's going to give us a place for caramelization. There's a decent amount of sugar in bananas, and we can access that with high heat, which is where the bacon fat comes into play. The fact that it's bacon fat is just extra, extra. All right, let me grab my spatula. Check out all this bacon fat over here. We're just now starting to get bubbly. I'm gonna get rid of some of the little crumbs of bacon. Let's get rid of the bacon crumbs. And let's make sure we have some of that gorgeous flat. We want surface connection. We want full connectivity. Get rid of the crumbs. Bring back some of that fat. The fat is what we want. That looks great. All right, now we're starting to smoke. We're getting up to that screaming point. So I'm gonna grab all of these bananas. I'll grab 4 at a time. We're gonna go right down into that bacon fat. Now check it out, here we go. That's what we want. We want that sizzle. We want those bubbles. There's a little cinnamon on that one. Over there. Let's grab the other 4. Same thing, you wanna go cut side down, getting all of that surface area to start caramelizing. And if you look really close, you can see all those bubbles, all of that stunning, beautiful caramelization happening. The sugars of the banana are mixing with the salty richness of the bacon fat. Flavors through the roof. All right, that's only gonna take a minute. We're almost there. Let me check out my sauce here. Oh yeah, we're good. Now I definitely want to cool this down. Actually, Ethan, I have a bowl right over here. You want to follow me? We want to cool this down because that's going to affect the viscosity. And we do want a creamy, beautiful sauce. So I'm just going to throw it down here. This is just so it can cool off a little bit faster. Oh, I wish you could smell this. It's like, oh man, dang. You ever go to Disney World when you were a kid? And like you walk down Main Street and you smell like just candy. That's what my backyard smells like, and that's what your backyard is going to smell like when you make it. Just for fun, let's give it a check real quick. It's smooth. Beauty, beauty. If you give it a stir, it'll cool a little quicker. Let's let that cool just a little bit. And you could store this in the refrigerator in an airtight container for up to 2 weeks. This is really, really versatile too. I mean, you could just make this, and this could be the star of your dessert. Oh yeah, even as we stir, you can see it thickening up. You can actually look in, like when the viscosity, I mentioned that word, it basically refers to the consistency of the texture. As it cools down, check this out, you just let it fall off the spoon like that. If you drag your finger through the middle and you see that it stays, that, my friends, is the magic. Whoa, whoa. Now let's cut up our bacon for presentation. You can kind of see the sugars, it's kind of crystallized on there a little bit, but it's still very much sugar. Let's cut it on the bias. And I do want to get rid of this tiny little bit at the end. That's that chewier fat piece. I feel good about those little guys. Let's do it again. Get rid of the chewy little fat piece. A little bit of a bias cut. And there we go, we got our candy bacon. Let's do one more. We need one more for sure. Get rid of that fat piece at the end. Little bias cut. Now let's check our bananas. What we really are looking for is that quick sear. We want that caramelization. So let's give a gander. Oh, come on. There we go. Beautiful. Stunning. Look at that color. Be gentle with them. They are still delicate bananas. Now we're just going to give them about 10 seconds on the other side. Remember, we want these to still be firm. So come on. We don't want to lose that beautiful texture, but we do want a little color. That looks good. All right, let's grab our plate. I have a nice little white plate. The reason I like white most of the time is for contrast. You know, we talk about plating and making things look lovely. Let's start with one piece of bacon. We'll start building around that. And I'm gonna grab a banana and I'm gonna come right over to my plate. Let's go ahead and give it one little mix there. Let's give another one. Let's do two. Right over the top. Oh man, come on. Let's add another piece of bacon, kind of stacking it in there. Lovely. Now we're gonna grab our ice cream. Now I am a vanilla bean. Vanilla bean all the way. Some people think that's boring. I don't. I think it's amazing. I'm gonna take a nice, beautiful, rounded scoop. We're gonna go right over the top here. Now, you don't need too much because it is gonna melt relatively quickly. There we go. And then our sauce. Ready for the drizzle? Ready for the magic? Because I am. Here we go, just a nice 1, 2, bam. And that, my friends, is how you take your bacon banana game to the next level. It's stunning and crazy, crazy delicious. There's nothing else to say, but I'm gonna take a bite. Oh, crispy bacon, beautiful caramel. I'm gonna get a little bit of everything. So I'm gonna take some of that bacon, some of that banana. Oh, look, look, it still has a lot of texture to it. We did not get into baby food territory. Get the bacon, get the sauce, a little bit of the ice cream on there. Ooh. Did you ever see the movie Ratatouille, where he eats the two things together and it's fireworks? I just had a moment like that. I'm telling you, it might sound weird having bacon in your dessert or mixing the rum salted caramel sauce with fried banana. Maybe it doesn't sound weird. It doesn't. I hope it doesn't sound weird to you because it doesn't sound weird to me. Oh, so check this out. If you get really close, the caramel sauce, once it hits the cold ice cream, look, it starts to get really firm and now it's almost like candy. Get some of that. Oh. Yep, full on caramel. Technique, technique, technique. Play with your flavors, play with your food. Take your time. Once in a while, you'd like to go fast and furious, and I know I do like to go, 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 go all the time when I'm cooking. With a caramel sauce, you need a little bit of patience. Take your time, let everything happen naturally, and you are off to the races. I can't say enough good things about this one. Other than every single time I've ever made it, every person that's ever had it has a whoa moment, has that ratatouille moment. Thank you for spending some time today. Thank you for hanging out. I love sharing fun stuff like this with you. I hope you guys start playing with your food more often. This is Cook, Eat, Repeat, where we help you become a better cook, one recipe at a time. I'm your host, Chef Nathan Lippy, and I'll see you guys next time.